Alright, welcome back.
Welcome back. Chris was talking about Dead Man Wonderland.
I was talking Dead Man Wonderland. But yeah, like, my whole thing is, okay, so essentially, for people who are coming from this one, for some reason, because it happens a lot on YouTube, I don't know what's up with you people. Sometimes you just watch random parts. Okay, you know we have an episode of Naruto, we have an episode of Naruto Ultimate Ninja 2, that's part 3, that has like 2,000 views. It's like 10 times what we usually get.
What?
No, it's like 100 times what we usually get for views. It's just on that one part. To be fair, that part's name is that's when we first run into Itachi, and it's the episode where I named the episode Itachi was holding back the whole time, which is the one where we talk about how Itachi can just like kill you by looking at you. So clearly, he just wasn't trying at any point in Naruto.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Anyways, let's start a
for those who weren't from the last part and were coming in here, I was talking Dead Man Wonderland, which is an anime about people who get like trapped into a terrible situation or forced to murder each other for the entertainment and the entertainment of super rich people to make money, gets, and gambling on, and even if they don't die, they still have to remove a body part from the wheel of torture. A very reasonable anime for children. I highly recommend it for ages 6 to 9. So, but what I was saying is, like, there is nothing makes me more furious than situations like that. Any movie, TV show, anime, whatever it is that's just like, oh, this person is captured and now they have no freedoms and we control their lives and they have to do whatever they want. Nothing makes me more furious than that. As a freedom-loving American, nothing makes me more angry than taking away freedom.
I agree.
So... but what I was gonna say is, like, if we ever ended up in a situation, Derek, where, like, somehow the rich got able to control the poors or whatever, and we ended up being in the poors, because we would be, and we had to fight to the death, you bet your ass I would be the first one starting the rebellion. You bet your ass. I would be like, I'd be laying in wait, waiting for them to fuck up, and I'd be murdering as many people as I could before they killed me.
So... You know the Hunger Games franchise, right?
Yes.
So...
Yeah, same problem.
The fact that, like... There's not really... Yeah, I think... I can't remember all of it. I never watched them.
Yeah.
But I remember, like, there was like, oh yeah, this one rebelled. But, like, they didn't succeed.
Yeah.
And it's just like... But really, they're the only ones?
They're the only ones, yeah. I hate shit like that. That's not even the only... I got into a huge fight. I'm not even kidding. I got into a huge fight with a friend of mine. Because... literally, it's just we have straight up different ideologies, period. And we got into a huge fight because he was just like, no, if this situation happened, you wouldn't fight. You wouldn't actually fight back because it would be guaranteed death. And I'm like, the living is better. You think living is better in this situation? Like what?
Let's say it like this.
Yeah.
Some people...
I know.
Would rather die free than live as a slave.
Yeah,
and some people that's the other way.
Some people would rather live as a slave than die. I get that, and that's exactly what the argument was. Is that he was like, people would be too broken and they wouldn't fight back, and I was like, bullshit. Essentially, his argument is that people would be too broken they wouldn't have the will to fight back, and I was like, bullshit. There will always be someone willing to fight back.
Oh yeah.
Always.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you think rebellions happen? Because there's always at least one person who's willing to get enough people behind them to do something about it.
Yeah. I mean, I won't say that, like, all of certain versions of Star Wars are amazing, but, like, they do get something right about how, you know, people don't like being oppressed, so they're going to rebel.
Yeah. Like, to be fair, me and him just have different ideologies on a lot of things. Like, he's the kind of person that's just like, if a zombie outbreak happens, I'm just killing myself because I don't want to live in that shit. And I'm like, but really? Oh my god, how much fun I would have in a zombie outbreak, Derek.
Yeah, no law.
Like, no law? I can do whatever the fuck I want? Anarchy reigns? Oh, you bet your ass I'm going crazy. Like... There's only two outcomes for me at that point. Either I go crazy and do what I want until they kill me, or I create my own fucking specially designed militia that's run by fear.
So, I'm gonna hit you with this one and see how you feel about it. I find it so annoying, and disrespectful is not the right word, but I find it how I find it's so annoying how incompetent they make any sort of organized group, whether it's military, government, or anything, in zombie movies.
Oh, yeah.
I hate it, because it's just like, as much as everybody rags on the military for being ineffective, the military literally has contingency plans for a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, they do, actually. It's really
It's a
funny.
legit thing.
It's a real thing, yeah. Taxpayer money going to good use, as some people would say.
So, the fact that people are like, the military wouldn't know what to do, and it's just like, they have fucking contingency plans for it, bro.
The thing with that is, like, the military wouldn't know what to do. Is like, yeah, if it came out of nowhere. But, like, most of the time, the military has, like, spent stupid amounts of money for incredibly unlikely scenarios just because of situations like that. Because you never know. If something like that does happen, they need to have some sort of plan, right? They can't just do nothing.
And the fucking military has it for zombie apocalypses. They have it for fucking, like, aliens.
I think,
just like, what?
See, I think the government's rather incompetent, but I think the military is rather, like... Yeah, we should probably have some sort of plan here.
So people are always talking about, the government being ineffective and such. But, like, you can't really say the military does it as bad, because, like... How many military jungas? I'm pronouncing that wrong, but like military regimes are there?
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough said, right?
Well, there's just enough. The thing is, like, most of the military is you sitting around doing nothing. So, like, someone's got to come up with something for something at some point. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting paid to do not much of anything. So someone somewhere is probably like, I should probably use this time wisely. I'll write up a contingency plan in case a zombie outbreak happens.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm getting paid anyway, so yeah, I mean, I might as well do something, I guess.
Like, I don't understand when people rag on the military like that. Because they're like, the military would just fucking heal over when the zombie apocalypse comes. And it's just like, no.
I think the argument is that, like, there'd be too many zombies for the military to actually handle. But, like, I doubt that. You know what I mean? Like, I just kind of doubt that. The argument is always that the army gets, like, overwhelmed. Like, they have all these bullets, but bullets don't really do anything to them because they're already dead, so they just plow through them anyways. And
like, I can understand that logic, but at the same time, it's just like, the military would set up contingency plans and, like, quarantine areas and, like, shit like that.
Yeah, I think, personally, they just wouldn't... It depends on how the virus works, but, like, if it works like typical zombie movies where they have to, like, actually bite you to infect you, I just feel like it wouldn't spread that much. No. Like, I feel like it would be handled pretty fucking fast.
Yeah.
Especially with how trigger-happy our cops are, you know what I mean? Like, they just be like, oh my god, he started walking in my direction, I told him not to, so I opened fire 14 times.
And then, like, the other thing that I don't like about it is, like, they say the entire world's been blah blah. But it's just like, I know there's tons of island nations that, like, they'd be fine.
Yeah.
So,
well, theoretically, they'd be fine. Yeah, it depends on how the virus spreads.
Yeah, you're right. If it's airborne, then
everyone's fucked. If it's airborne, everyone's fucked regardless, and at that point, it doesn't matter. But, what was, oh, that reminds me, there's a new anime on Toonami called Zom 100.
Yes, Zombie 100, I think.
No, it's just Zom 100.
Yes. And the kids just like fucking loving it because
he's like, I don't need to go to work ever again. I have never been so invested in a show as relatable as a zombie apocalypse as that fucking anime.
Like I've watched a little of it, and I'm like, this is hysterical because this is like they made like an American movie or two, like about like a similar premise of like the zombie apocalypse happens and these people are just having the time of their life.
The way I gotta put it is like, if you work an office job and you hate it, you have to watch Zom 100. It is made for you. It is literally made for you.
It's funny because I saw like a clip of it and I'm like, yeah, that looks amazing.
It is. I went into it thinking like, oh, it's gonna be a funny anime. It's perfect.
So
it's perfect. It's so funny. It's amazing because it's just this dude who's just like, I'm gonna do 100 things before I die, and he tries writing out a list of the 100 things he wants to do before he dies, and he only gets to like 36 and runs out of ideas. So he has to everyone he meets is now just adding to the list of things. And they're just like slowly crossing off their list of like all their things that they're trying to get done. They got, it's anime, so they got the nice romantic subplot. He wanted to be a superhero for one, so he found a shark. But which, by the way, I didn't even think of this. This is so fucking smart. He got a shark suit. You know, the ones that are designed to, like, prevent shark bites, and he wears that to go fight zombies as a superhero for one episode, and I'm like, that's brilliant. I should have thought of that.
Yeah, so I know in The Walking Dead, they have made, like, they have these suits that make it so these biting zombies can't bite you.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't think anybody would make, like, a makeshift one of those, like, every single?
Yeah. That was like I didn't even think of that, and then once I thought of that, I was just like, that's fucking brilliant. Like, that's like the first place I'm raiding now is a goddamn aquarium to steal a shark suit in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
It's like the first thing I'm doing.
Yeah, now. And well, then again, depends on how the virus spreads.
True. That's true.
You know,
I'm going off the logic of if it's a typical zombie outbreak.
Zombie
right?
biters.
Zombie biters and the whatnots.
If
it's
it's not
your old school classic movies.
And if it's not like the Last of Us, plant zombies, then
zombies.
we're all fucked.
To be fair, the plant zombies work the same way as the other zombies. They're biter zombies.
Mm.
They're biter zombies, but they can also just infect corpses of people that are already dead. But you need to die first, so it's fine. Essentially, at that point, it's just the same.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of, like, different versions of zombies.
But that episode, it's not even a spoiler because it's so early, but, like, that episode where he gets the shark suit, they have to go to the aquarium, and they fight the funniest thing I've ever seen in a zombie movie, which is a shark with fucking 6 legs because it ate humans, and the humans' legs went outside the sharks, and now the humans are zombies. So it's just a zombie shark being carried by 3 zombies running around this aquarium, and they're trying to figure out what to do to stop it. And it's so fucking funny. And the introduction is so funny because they're wandering around trying to find supplies, and they just look down this hallway, and it's just a shark staring at them with legs, and they're just like, hey Taka. He's like, yeah? He's like, what's that? And he's like, it looks like a shark with legs. Yeah. And then they just mad sprint, the fuck is that?
It's the greatest thing I've ever heard. This is the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Literally the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Alright. I was killing doing a bunch of those dens so I can get some XP candies to,
Power level?
Power level so I can do a bunch of this crap and get through the game.
Have we fought that gym leader that we were looking at?
No. Because I was getting XP candies so I can get my, my
Fair
cat
enough.
So I can one-shot fucking bosses and shit.
Fair enough. I understand.
Yeah,
We're...
adventuring a bank, Timothy.
Yeah, exactly. We're adventuring a bank, Timothy. Keep up.
So yeah, dude, I don't know. There's a lot of good animes now.
There's been a pretty good... Okay.
Goodbye
world for 1 second. There's a lot of strong animes right now. However,
there's also some bad ones. And I mean bad.
So here's the thing. I don't really catch bad anime anymore. Because, like, I only watch anime through Toonami, like, exclusively, so I only get stuff that's, like, relatively popular now. Adventures of Superman came back, which was not an anime, but it's animated and it's on Toonami, so I guess I'll bring it up. The season 2 of that just came out.
Yes.
And they did my favorite thing that they do, which is... Here's Lex Luthor. He looks nothing like Lex Luthor. And it's like, oh, Jesus, here we go again.
What does Lex Luthor look like now?
He's just some fucking college kid who's really smart. Which, to be fair, I mean, that is Lex Luthor, but, like... Lex Luthor's usually older than that.
I don't know how I feel about that.
See, I don't really care that he's younger or that they changed everything, but, like... It is, like, becoming this weird trope where, like, they refuse to make Lex Luthor this evil corporate bald guy. He always has to be this young, upstart kid who's, like, super good with tech now, and I'm just like... But why, though?
But why?
But why, though? They did it in the movie, too, and I'm like, I don't understand the point.
But why?
It's like, but why, though? I mean, you could do... I mean, it's one of those things that falls into the category of, like, is it a big deal? No. But it's like most of the things in that anime. Like, is it a big deal that Lois Lane is Asian, or is Korean now? No. Is it weird that they did it? Yeah. It's like, yeah.
And I won't lie and say I like her design. She looks kind of cool.
Yeah, she looks like
also,
everyone else. I agree. She's hot as shit. But
but also, it's just like, was it needed?
I was talking to my sister last night about it, and I was like, the show's not... I'm like, the show's fine. I'm like, they wokeified it, but, like, it's still fine. And she's like, I thought wokeism is only when they're annoying about it. I'm like, no, it's when they make unnecessary changes that are there specifically to check boxes. And she's like...
Oh, man, that's accurate, but whoa.
And she's like, but what if they're just trying to do something different? And I'm like, because we've had... What, like 50 different versions of Superman? Not a single one of them involving Lois Lane or the news reporter friend being not white, and now they suddenly aren't. Like, listen, I'm not saying they can't do it. I'm just saying, don't spin on me and tell me it's raining. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, don't tell me you're not doing this because you're trying to hit your diversity checkboxes. Like, I know what you're doing. Like, I don't care that you're doing it. But don't fucking lie to me about it.
Oh, it's so fucking true.
You know what I mean? Like, don't spin on me and tell me it's raining. I know what's happening here. Like, the way I put it. See, the way I put it is like, I would have been mad if they changed Kal-El. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If Kal-El was suddenly, like Mexican luchadores man who like suddenly became Superman, I'd be like, hey, yo, what the fuck?
No,
but they changed the non-important characters, so I don't really give a shit.
The important-ish characters,
yeah,
but not the main character.
Yeah, essentially the way I put it is like, if you're going to change characters and superhero properties that have been around for literally 80 years, don't change the face of the thing you're trying to sell me.
Yeah. It's like when if they tried to make, like, Batman.
Like, they did a black Superman, and he was cool, but, like, it was also kind of cringe, because, like, don't get me wrong, I liked Black Superman, I thought he had a good run, and they did the smart thing of setting it in a different universe instead of trying to be like, this is just new Superman, because that's always bad. But, like, it was kind of cringe, because they made him, and they also made him conveniently the President of the United States of America, conveniently when Obama became president. And I'm like, dude, this is kind of cringe, man. Like, come on. There's on the nose, and then there's punching me in the face with it. Like, come on, dude. I forgot
they did that.
And it's pretty, to be honest, it's pretty good. I don't have a problem with it. I actually kind of like Black President Superman as a run, but, like, come on, man. Like, we don't need to make Obama Superman. Like, we didn't need to do that.
We did. We did.
Like, listen, I get it. Obama was a decent president in all regards, but, like, we didn't need to make him literal God-man.
Dude, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's just kind of cringy, dude.
Obama Superman is Obama Superman, and you have a problem with that. You are a problem.
I don't know, man. Like, it just I don't know about you, man, but it strikes me as a little cringe. You know what I mean? Like, that's my main problem with it, is, like, that's a little cringe, dude. It's a little try-hard, you know? Like, if we were in a COD lobby, I'd be calling you a sweat lord, you know what I mean? You'd be a sweaty man.
Really?
Like, you'd be a sweaty tryhard, you know what I mean?
Yes.
That's, like, my favorite COD insult, is just, like, it was, like, when people were being super tryhard, and it's just like, dude, I can smell you through the mic. Like, chill, dude. You're sweating hard as shit.
Yes. Dude, I don't know what you're talking about. Call of Duty is Call of Duty.
Call of Duty is a property that exists currently. It's not doing well. It's doing really bad, actually.
Nah, Call of Duty's great, man.
It's like devolving into like every franchise that's been around too long now, which is just like, how do we make the most amount of money out of the last remaining customers we have before we kill the franchise?
Dude, I don't know what you're talking about. It's not like I've seen a couple of different studios doing that. That is actually fucking cancer and hurts me.
Dude, fucking Call of Duty, everything made by EA, Assassin's Creed.
And the worst part is we don't even have to look at the gaming industry, that side of the gaming industry. Like, we can look at other things. We can look at, like, tabletop.
Yep.
You know, the Warhammer. Don't start on that.
Oh, dude, you heard? Did you not hear? Actually,
They're hiking prices again.
I mean, no, not just Warhammer, but like Dungeons and Dragons. Did you hear that Hasbro's new head CEO is a former CEO of fucking EA?
I think I did. Yeah.
Which is why they're now trying to nickel it. They're trying to sell you Dungeons and Dragons subscription models and DLC now.
I heard. I
I
don't support that.
And I'm sitting there like, that's amazing. That's gonna go so poorly.
I mean, it'd be one thing if, you know, you were paying for a subscription model and you were getting access to every content that they've ever made.
Yep.
But I can't remember if that's the case.
No. Like, I think what's extra funny is the fact that, like, Hasbro is, like, they're trying to, like, get rid of all their everything. They're trying to pivot to video games now and, like, stop making toys altogether. And all I could think of when I saw that was just, like, you're a little late to the fucking party, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like, maybe if you did this, like, 15 years ago, you would have had a shot. But at this point, like, you do realize that developing a toy cost you maybe, like, you know, $1 million. And then you get to sell that toy for, like, $15 to thousands of people. Making a game is going to cost you, like, $10 billion now. It's like...
Oh no, I'm not. I am honestly a little shocked, and they're literally falling apart.
Yeah, it's like, I don't... The only thing that I find really funny about this is that, again, as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, I've spent many years of Magic the Gathering players being snobbish assholes. So the fact that the company that owns their card game is falling apart and making their card game worse by the day is hysterical to me.
Oh, it is so funny to me. I am finding it very funny.
Because they're just like, they're ruining everything, and us Yu-Gi-Oh players are just like, first time? How unfortunate for you.
First time?
Dude, our card game is owned by Konami.
Yeah,
Fucking Konami.
I'm gonna start on that.
I was watching,
Brick Cat's evolving.
Oh,
That's what I was working
there
on.
we go.
That's why I was getting there.
Obviously. We were just trying to get to the point where we got the very not furry bait cat Pokemon.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know exactly what we were doing.
No.
It wears a mask.
Whoa, man.
That's some kink shit.
Do you want to learn Flower Trick? Yes, I would love to learn this move that never misses and always lands a critical hit.
That sounds really bad. You should get rid of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I should get rid of that.
What's our typing for this Pokemon?
Dark Grass.
Dark Grass? Okay.
So it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's one of those generations.
Yeah.
Where everyone gets that secondary typing.
Water Fighting.
Yep.
Dark Grass.
Oh my god, they made a water fighting finally?
Yes.
That took them forever.
Yes.
Boy, am I sick of firefighting, by the way.
Yes.
If I get one more firefighting, I was like... You know when they released the bunny Pokemon? For last generation's game?
Score Bunny.
Yeah, I was like, that's gonna be firefighting. And they're just like, it could not be. And I'm just like, even if it isn't, the design is firefighting.
It's pure fighting. It's pure fire.
It's pure fire, but the design is still firefighting.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they just didn't do it anyway.
I'm pretty sure all of them are just a primary type.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why didn't you do that? That would have made perfect sense.
Yep, it would have, but they were like, no.
So that, and then what the hell? The frog thing. What the hell would he have done? She could have just been a pure fucking...
Well, he just switches types.
No, he had Proton.
He had Proton, so he just always switched types, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah. Whoa, where in the world is my wallet? Where? I was right. Where in the world is my wallet?
You did make a good guess.
Without my wallet, I won't be able to get today's hot item. It's got bought up by somebody else. Sniff. Don't worry, old Kefka.
I'll run and look for it right now.
What you want? Old man Kefka's in the middle of some super duper important ingredient buying.
How do you even get Kefka?
Kefka. Kefka.
There's like, you're adding 2 Ks in a word that doesn't have a single K.
My brain just shut off. If you're thinking I'm going to try to interrupt him, I, his best apprentice, will stop you.
Like, I am fascinated on how your brain works with names, because
Same.
it doesn't.
Same.
Like, it just does
Same.
not.
My brain just says, I don't care.
It is fascinating.
My brain is, I don't care, I'm going to read it 3 times and be done with it.
Because, I am also dyslexic. But, like, I have never experienced any level of, like, this is how names are read that you've experienced. It's incredible.
It's so funny because my ability to read names, terrible.
Yeah.
I can read other words better.
Yeah.
Your ability to read names, much better than mine.
Yeah.
Sometimes your ability to read other words,
Horrible.
no.
No, I read super slow. I can spell well, though. That's my counter to how bad I read, is that I spell well.
And I can read it okay for a dyslexic. Can't spell for shit.
Can't spell for shit. Anyways, we'll have to pick this up in the next part. We'll see you guys then. Peace.